In today's video, I'm going to talk about how you can tell stories that sell. Do you know what is the most productive yet scariest thing to do when running your own business? If selling comes first in your mind, then you are not alone. We all wish that our bank accounts can just grow without the need to sell. Though some people claim this is possible, I'm not really here to argue with them, but selling is scary. But what alternative do we have? Coming up on Frame 316 Media. You might be telling yourself that storytelling requires exceptional talent. You have probably tried reading tons of books, but you end up more confused. How do the hero's journey, drama, and story arcs apply to your business? In reality, business storytelling is really simple. It is actually anchored on the human being's desire to crave to know what will happen next. What's next? Then what's next? Most successful sales were made when two people did not even notice that they were so engaged in the story. This is nothing new. Readers would feel compelled to read your ad if you start with the story. Stories keep your prospects listening. They begin to pay attention to you. Now let's jump to the simplest formula that I have tried and tested with my clients for years now. You only need 3 important points in this specific order. First is your opening. Describe a problem that your client can relate to. Next, your middle part where you talk about the solution your brand provides. Closing. You close your story with your own feelings after solving that problem for your client. Let me give you an example. I got paid $1,500 for my first project as a freelance producer. The next one was $1,700, while the rest of my competitors are getting paid $5,000 plus for a video project. It took me many years to figure out how I can stand out. I realized that I couldn't compete with big agencies, and big companies will not probably want to work with someone as small as my startup company. Once I realized this, I laser focused on helping people tell stories instead. I wanted to be the go-to person for brands that can't figure out how to tell their stories. I wanted to tell stories, and taking videos is a fraction of the work I need to do to tell stories. Now I can charge as much as $20,000 for a single story, and I enjoyed the freedom of working with a focused intention to create better stories for people that I work with. Breaking this down in clearer details. Opening, the problem is getting paid small while others in my field are getting paid almost 3 times more than I earn. My middle part is the solution. The realization that I need to stand out and that storytelling is a way to stand out against a very crowded and competitive video production space. My ending would be how I feel about the solution. Now I enjoy doing more work because I get to choose the right client and get to provide my creative services to the right set of people that I want to work with. The key is to get rid of things that you are not even sure of. Forget about the complexity of building a business story. Start with real and relatable stories. Tell it in a way that your customers will benefit from it. The ideal outcome for these business stories is customer transformation, and you need to have the right mindset that your stories should not sell your product. It should sell happiness, positivity, solution, and impact. I am quite sure everyone is looking for that. Remember that digital marketing is no longer about products. It's about selling an idea of your customers' ideal versions of themselves, and you can do this effectively with storytelling. Every social media post, every YouTube video, every blog article is a clear statement of who your brand is. And that is what your potential customers will want to spend their money on. The brands who are winning are those who are telling their stories by adding actual value, mainly through video. The end product of a marketing campaign is to create prospects, potential customers, or leads. Using this simple story structure can help you build stories that sell, engage your customers, and build your brand. If you're getting any value out of this video, please hit subscribe and the notification bell so you will not miss out on videos like this in the future. It's time to go to work. It's your time to grow. Thank you for watching and see you in my next videos.